Chittorgarh is all about the romance of history. Where a less imaginative eye can see, only a mound of rock, the artistic mind can find a glorious past etched on stone, a time when death was preferred to dishonor and swords clashed with alarming regularity. A magnificent fort watches over the town, defying the everydayness of the landscape, with stories so incredible that only a thin line seems to separate fact from fiction. Indeed, the story of Chittor is primarily the story of its 700-acre fort. Built by the Mauryas, between the 5th and the 8th centuries, it fell in 734 to the Galat founder Bapa Rawal, and was occupied for the next 8 centuries by a succession of Rajputs and Gujaratis with intermittent Muslim assaults. Having housed 70,000 people, in its heyday, the fort is today more a 500-foot-high colony than a monument. As a testimony to its origins, and its many rulers, it's littered with Hindu, Jain, and Muslim construction, sometimes merged into one building. Chittor was the Sisodia capital of Mewar from the early 13th century, until the Mughal Emperor Akbar's conquest of 1567. History, as warfare later comes to be, glamorously known, having moved on, the beauty of this windswept swath of eastern Mewar today lies in its quietude. Many battles were fought in and around this strategic bastion. The town faced 3 sieges. Today, the uphill road to the fort passes through various gateways. Rana Kumbha Palace is situated inside the Chittorgarh fort. It is located near the Vijay Stamba, close to the entrance gate. The ruins of the once famous palace have the temple of Lord Shiva, Zanana Mahal, Dewane Am, along with a stable for horses. According to the legends, the founder of the city of Udaipur, Maharana Uday Singh, was born here, and his life was saved by his wed nurse Panadai, who hid him inside a fruit basket. The place was once the home of the famous Bhakti poetess, Mirabai. It is also believed that Rani Padmini organized her self-immolation, or jauhar, inside this fort. Vijaya Stamba is an imposing victory monument. The tower was constructed by the Hindu Rajput king, Rana Kumbha, of Mewar in 1448, to commemorate his victory over the army of Malwa, led by Mahmud Khalji, in the Battle of Saranpur. The tower is dedicated to Hindu god Vishnu. The inscribed slabs, in the uppermost story, contains a detailed genealogy of the rulers of Chittor and their deeds. The names of the architect, Sutradhar Jada, and his 3 sons who assisted him, Napa, Puja, and Poma, are carved on the 5th floor of the tower. The Vijaya Stamba is a remarkable example of religious pluralism practiced by the Rajputs. The topmost story features an image of the Jain goddess, Padmavati. Jauhar is an act of self-immolation, where women jump to death, in a huge fire bowl, known as Jauhar Kund or Jauhar Place. It was similar to sati, but Jauhar was practiced only by Rajput women. During wars, hundreds of Rajput men lost their lives, while the women were taken as prisoners. Rajput women preferred death over being captured. The Chittorgarh fort has witnessed 3 Jauhars, between 1303 and 1568. The first Jauhar was carried out over a period of 6 months. As the men died in the battlefield, the women dressed in their wedding attire and jumped to death in the Jauhar Place. The second Jauhar occurred in the year 1535, when Bahadur Shah of Gujarat invaded Chittorgarh. Rani Karnavati was the queen of Rana Sanga, who died in 1528 during the Battle of Kanua. Karnavati courageously fought Shah's dynasty. However, when defeat was certain at the hands of Bahadur Shah, she along with other Rajput women committed Jauhar. Another historic Jauhar occurred when Mughal Emperor Akbar sieged Chittorgarh in 1568. The Mughal army stormed the fortress and saw a massive fire emanate from the act of Jauhar committed by over 3,000 Rajput women. Chittorgarh is the place where Mirabai was born, who was a Rajput princess and is also being well known as a poetess and saint. The princess had given up her lavish lifestyle and dedicated her life in the worship of Lord Krishna. This Mira temple is constructed to be dedicated to her. The splendid work of art on the temple attracts a large number of tourists. This 3-storied white building was built in the 19th century and is located in the southern part of the fort. Located amidst water bodies, this is the place where Alauddin Khilji, the Sultan of Delhi, was permitted to see the mirror image of Rani Padmini, wife of Maharana Ratan Singh. It is widely believed that Aladdin was besotted by the beauty of Padmini, and the desire to win her led him to destroy Chittor. In the battle that ensued, Maharana Ratan Singh was killed, and Rani Padmini committed Jauhar. Rani Padmini's beauty is compared to that of Cleopatra, and her life story is an eternal legend in the history of Chittor. Considered the largest fort in Asia, Chittorgarh Fort has seen every phase of Rajputana legacy, be it fairy tales, bloodsheds, honor, envy. Still standing in ruins, as an embodiment of chivalry and pride of the Rajputs. This land is witness to the beauty of Queen Padmavati and has witnessed the revenge of Alauddin Khilji.